Cleveland Cavaliers head coach Kenny Atkinson has stated that he has identified the secret weapon for the Cavaliers this year, or a potential secret weapon, and a player that he knows the Cavaliers will need in this upcoming season. A guy that we can anticipate a lot from in this upcoming NBA season. Hey guys, Matt Palangi with Cavs Digest here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this lovely weekend on this Saturday. I hope everyone's excited just to continue on their weekend and their week went well. But we're going to talk about what Kenny Atkinson had to say about a specific player and what we can expect from a specific player with, him entering a second season, coming off of a good summer league performance, as well as having a great G League year last year, and some spots clearing up in his particular position that could allow him to play more this season. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share this video with your friends. All are totally free. We want to continue to inform and about all things happening with the Cavaliers and continue to grow this community here at Cavs Digest. Appreciate you guys. But let's talk about Mr. Jaylen Tyson, who Kenny Atkinson had a couple things to say a couple weeks ago, a couple weeks ago about Jaylen Tyson's game when he was in the Summer League. But CavaliersNation.com and Cleveland.com's Terry Pluto decided to say that he has something that he knows Kenny Atkinson has some thoughts on Jaylen Tyson, and Kenny Atkinson also said something about Jaylen Tyson a lot. So we're going to get into that. But if you are not aware of who Jaylen Tyson is, not this most recent NBA draft, but the draft before, so last season's NBA draft, the Cavaliers picked him in the first round. He did not really see much of the main roster, but he did perform in the G League, putting up solid numbers, which I will go over. He also performed in this year's Summer League. He got some minutes at the end of the season last year in a couple games when the Cavaliers were benching their starters. He is a top 25 overall pick for the Cavaliers, and a lot of times you see these guys show up immediately and bring value. Jaylen Tyson, unfortunately, did not really get much playing time last year. Only got to average, 4 points, 3 rebounds, or whatever it was. And I think it's time to start getting him minutes. I think Kenny Atkinson knows that, specifically before we get into what Atkinson said. They lost Isaac Okoro in this offseason by getting rid of him for a backup point guard, then replacing Ty Jerome with Lonzo Ball. So Isaac Okoro is gone. This opens up that small forward, power forward position a lot. Yes, Dean Wade is still there. Yes, DeAndre Hunter is there. And yes, Max Strus, for some reason, is at the small forward still there. Or he won't be in the power forward conversation. But anyways. So this opens up a lot for Jaylen Tyson. And Kenny Atkinson acknowledged that. So let's get into what Kenny Atkinson had to say and what CavaliersNation.com had to say. We're going to start with Cavaliers head coach Kenny Atkinson, what he said about Jaylen Tyson. He lives and breathes basketball. He gets after it every day, Atkinson told NBA TV while watching Tyson in the Cavs opener at Summer League. He's like a 10-year vet. He gets all the things we need him to do to get better. He's desperate. We need him, Atkinson said. So those are two separate paragraphs that I read on this story, but the we need him, Atkinson said, is him basically acknowledging the fact that Isaac Okoro was gone and that there's a little bit of lack of depth outside of DeAndre Hunter on the bench. And that's a big thing. It's kind of a concern of all of us. I feel like we can all agree on it. It's a little bit of a concern to see the bench depth. Now that Ty Jerome is gone, I feel like you feel more comfortable with the scoring on your bench with Ty Jerome and DeAndre Hunter there. But now, of course, Lonzo Ball is going to be a better fit defensively and playmaking-wise, but you might be a little concerned about the scoring on the bench outside of DeAndre Hunter right now. So that is why guys like Jaylen Tyson are going to be kind of needed in this upcoming season to try to fix some bench scoring depth. But now let's go into what else was said. This one being in a recent article from CavaliersNations.com. Terry Pluto has some stuff to say as well. This is from, I'm not going to be able to say your name, Jesse, I'm sorry, but let's see what CavaliersNation.com. Jesse had to say the 22-year-old might just be ready to make a serious leap forward if he can carry over some Summer League momentum. While he did suit up in just 3 contests during Summer League this year, he showed off an impressive wide-ranging skill set across that small sample size. He made his presence felt across the stat sheet by averaging 19.7 points per game, 6 rebounds, 6.7 assists, and 1.3 steals and 1.3 block shots per game. His shooting percentage in that span of just 40.4 is misleading because of 1 3 of 3 3 of 13, shooting performance, and he made up for his inability to score from the field in that contest by getting to the charity stripe and buying 9 of his 10 free throw attempts. Pause then, reread it if you need to. I'm going to show some highlights here in a second from Jaylen Tyson, just so you guys can kind of get a visual of what his game looks like in case you aren't familiar with it. So this is from the Summer League, this year's Summer League. Jaylen Tyson just showing off that he can isolate, work with the ball, as well as pick and roll. He was kind of controlling the ball a lot, which was something that really impressed me. I liked how Jaylen Tyson wanted to, have the ball in his hand and be the one that created for the rest of the team. He's a very, very crafty scorer as well. He moves very, very well with the ball and off the ball. He's tall and athletic, which is obviously a big thing. I hate that shot for him that he just did. He shot out of rhythm, but he greened it, so it doesn't matter. So his play style is a little, just give me the ball. I'm going to try to do what I can. He's kind of he's kind of isolation, but he can also play off the ball pretty well. And I do like what Jaylen Tyson has to offer. He looked very, very good in the Summer League. And you can tell with these stats right here, or some of the stats. So that's his G League stats from last season. 16.8, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Wow, phenomenal player in the G League. 50% and 55% from 3. That free throw percentage is wow. Let's lock it on that, Jaylen Tyson. But 50.8, 55, and then you look at his most recent games in the 3 Summer League games, 21, 18, and 20. And then to end the season, he had an 11-point game, a 6-point game. I think the previous game before that Heat game, they played in a garbage time game, and he had 20 maybe. I think, I'm not sure. Amani Bates did that. He also could. I'm not sure. But in the Summer League, he played very, very well. You saw a 12 assist game on 20 points. That's super impressive. We can have a small forward that can really dish the ball out. He's pretty efficient. You look at his G League stats, 55% from 3. Super consistent from the 3-point line. He needs to lock it on those free throws a little bit. But I do love what Jaylen Tyson has to bring, and I do like his play style. I think it fits with the Cavs very, very well, I think it could fit with any team very, very well. I just really, really wish that Koby Altman and Kenny Atkinson and Mike Gansey and all of these guys would just pull the trigger on letting young players play. I think we saw it with Okoro when he first came to Cleveland. Yes, he was a lottery pick. Yes, he was a top 10 pick, but he was getting a lot of playing time. It didn't work out. I understand that. Amani Bates, he completely just didn't get anything going for him. I mean, he wasn't even given a real chance in the NBA, and I understand that. But now he's no longer a Cav. Jaylen Tyson, we drafted top 30, in the first round. What was it, 20th overall, I think? The Cavaliers still haven't given him a fair chance in the main roster yet, but he's shown a lot of good presence in the G League and a lot of very, very talented scoring and offensive capabilities in the Summer League and the G League. And it's just I feel like they need to be willing to give him a chance as well. So we'll see. But Kenny Atkinson apparently claims that we need Jaylen Tyson and he's very, very high on Jaylen Tyson, and he likes the way Jaylen Tyson wants to improve. So let's hope that they can get Jaylen Tyson on the court this year. That is it for me, guys. That is it for me here on Cavs Digested. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Go ahead and subscribe. Comment below your thoughts on Jaylen Tyson. Like this video, share this video with your friends. And thank you guys for joining me here on Cavs Digest.